Hey, Domain Dave, cheapwinefinder.com, another podcast wine review. We write up 3 a week on the cheapwinefinder.com website, and then we plug in the microphone, and that's what we're doing right now. And we have a expensive Trader Joe's wine. This is $17.99, and it's the Trader Joe's Platinum Reserve Napa Valley Meritage 2022. Meritage is Bordeaux blend grapes from California. It's actually an organization that collects dues. They had to pay money to put Meritage on the label. And what they do is they study the grapes and the traditions of the wine and how to make it. I mean, it's a good organization. That's why they pay the money. But the Bordeaux grapes are Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Cabernet Franc, Petit Verdot, and it can be Carmenere and Malbec, but rarely is. And it usually isn't, it could be all 5 grapes, but it's usually 2 or 3. Sometimes it's only 1, but it's usually 2 or 3. What this is, I don't know. The reason why I don't know, because this is from Napa Valley, and like Petit Verdot and Bordeaux doesn't ripen very well, so it's usually 1, 2, 3%, but it ripens really well in Napa, so it could be 20%. So what a Napa Valley Bordeaux blend can be very different than a Bordeaux France Bordeaux blend. And it's $17.99 in you. There's literally no information about it. The back label says JBA Cellars, and JBA Cellars is making these Trader Joe's wines, or it says vinted and bottled by, which means they bottled it, maybe aged it a bit. Doesn't mean a whole lot. But they've been making or involved with Trader Joe's wine since 2012. And back then, I kind of knew who they were, but 12 years later, the way wineries get bought up and things happen that I don't know anymore. Not that it matters. For the most part, if we knew, it would be better, because you're going to spend $18 on a wine that you know nothing about. That's more of a gamble, because you can start getting into Napa wines in the 20s, and especially with the holidays coming up, the prices will be coming down. And Trader Joe's does say that these wines are equal in value to twice the price, which I don't know about that. That's a hard thing to quantify. But let's take a sip and figure out what it does do. It's full to medium bodied, somewhere in the middle. It's got some tart flavors. It's got some rounded smooth flavors. It's got some spices. It's got maybe a little bit of mocha, some vanilla, blackberry, blueberry, maybe some black cherry, maybe some stone fruit, just a little bit of that. That's nice. Is it worth twice as much, which is like a $35? Yeah, I don't know. You have to do a taste test with a bunch of them, and I don't know. I'm not going to do that. Not that anybody should, because this isn't a $35 wine. It's an $18 wine, and it's $18 wine. It's not bad for a Napa Valley red blend using Bordeaux grapes, which is a lot of what Napa Valley does. It's pretty good. It tastes great. It's well made. It's balanced. Take another sip. This could be a food wine. If you're looking for a bottle for Thanksgiving, it's got enough structure. Typically for Thanksgiving with turkey and everything, you want Pinot Noir, because that's a little thinner and it cuts through a little better, but this would do the trick. And it's a good sipping wine. It does not need food to balance. There are like certain wines, especially from Italy, trying to sip them, that they're not made to sip, they're made to have with the meal or with cheese or with something. A little small plate, be civilized, have a little bit to eat, a little bit to drink, talk to friends. We're not so civilized over here. We just drink it. So, but it does both very well. 14.5 in the alcohol, which is fine with me. It carries its alcohol very well. 14.5 nowadays is average. It gets hotter and hotter in the vineyards, and you have to wait till it ripens, and by that time the alcohol gets higher, the sugar gets higher, and then the alcohol volume gets higher. Just took my third sip, which basically means I like it. I don't give stars, I don't give points, I don't do any of that stuff, but if I take multiple sips during the talking of this wine or the conversation, obviously I liked it, because I have better things to do than be sipping wine when I'm talking into a microphone. So there you go. This is the Trader Joe's Platinum Reserve Napa Valley Meritage 2022. It's a little expensive. It's $18 for Trader Joe's wine, but it's worth it. I mean, it's not worth. I doubt if it's worth $36. Like they say, it's supposed to be double the price, that kind of thing. I don't know about that, but it's worth $18 if you're looking for something nice for a meal. If you want to go a little bit upscale, it does a good job. You shouldn't be disappointed. It does well. So adios, keep it cheap. Domain Day, we got more wines coming up. We'll start getting into the party wines, and I'll be talking to you in a couple of days. So adios, bye-bye.